This video is part of Global Citizens Travel Through Cruising. This was our first in the Mediterranean, and I have always been fascinated with Marseille.
I wanted to present myself. My name is Mary. As you can see, I'm going to take care of the English-speaking people. She is Caroline, my colleague, and she's going to take care of the Italian-speaking people. So inside the bus, we are going to share the microphone. And this is Karim, our bus driver. He's going to take us all around Marseille. And you will see that the bus driver is actually the best friend of an excursion of Marseille. And you need to know that we are big commercial harbor since the beginning, since the foundation of Marseille, since 600 BC. Marseille is considered to be the oldest city of all France, and it was founded by the Greeks. It's very different from any other city in this region. You need to know that in this region, most of the cities were founded by antique Roman civilization. We used to be the Provincia Romana. Actually, the word province, the name of this region, came from the Latin word Provincia Romana. But Marseille was founded by the Greeks, and they wanted to create a commercial harbor in every places around the Mediterranean Sea. That was the reason of creation of Marseille. Okay, after the red light, we are going to pass like to a little square, the square of La Juliette. Generally, almost every morning there is this little market passing by, a market where we are selling a lot of things with a very low price. But I need to tell you, here in Marseille, the markets are not typical Provençal market. Most of the products are made in China. So you need to know that the quality goes with the price. You can buy a pair of shoes for 10 euros the pair of shoes, but you only have it for one night, no more. But anyway, that's a way of enjoying our time, and every neighborhood of Marseille got its own market. And then we are going to pass next to this building on your left side, Haussmannian style building, typical style from the 19th century. This sculpted front side, very symmetrical with balcony. And you need to know that really is a typical style from the 19th century, a style you can find very easily in Paris, for example. Paris is considered to be the capital of this style of building. On your left side, we are passing next to another 19th century building. As I told you, this neighborhood was mostly built during the 19th century. This is the official cathedral of Marseille. I'm telling you official because you need to know that if you ask any people here, where is the cathedral, they will always point out Our Lady of the Guard on the top of its hill, the symbol of Marseille. Never this one. This one is only the official one, Our Lady of the Major, Notre Dame de la Major. You need to know in France there is a lot of churches called Our Lady Notre Dame. You just need to know what's name is after Notre Dame. Here is La Major. You're going to see Notre Dame de la Garde, Our Lady of the Guard.
On our way to Notre Dame de la Garde, we stopped on the side of the road by the bay to look at the island where Chateau d'If, the setting of the Count of Monte Cristo, a famous novel by Alexandre Dumas, is located.
La douceur dans ton œil cache mal l'insolence, et ton corps qui murmure force-moi sans violence fait la part du feu, et c'est que trop
This is the Church of Saint Laurent. Across it, that's where we are, is the Fort Saint Jean, overlooking the port of Marseille. The Church of Saint Laurent has been a fisherman's church since the 12th century.
Named Saint Laurent. If we call it like that, it's because of this church. This church, the people of Marseille are used to call it a little miracle of Marseille, because you need to know two things about this church. This is a Romanico-Provençal church, one of the oldest churches of Marseille, 12th century, and we never tried to save this church. But still here. We never tried to save it during the French Revolution in 1789. At this time, a lot of churches were destroyed. And actually, the revolutionaries tried to destroy this one. In the end, if they have conserved it, it's because they put some arms and powder inside to face the fortress St. John that was still part of the monarchy, of the power of the King of France. That was still property for the King of France. So this way they were attacking each other next to each other. That's the only reason why we didn't never destroy it during the French Revolution. The second time it should have been destroyed is during the Second World War. Look around. This is only years 50 building. But here, it's not like any other building we have seen already, the City Hall, for example, or the big hotel, the big Hotel Dieu, the one we invaded to Palace 5000. We never tried to save it, but it survived like that, the destruction of the neighborhood. Plus, you need to know also that the other reason why we call it the little miracle is because there is some few miracles that has happened inside. Miracles that are not recognized by the church, only us. That's how it works here in Marseille. We have our own story that the rest of the world don't believe, but we believe in it. It's enough for us. So this little miracle happened in 1720 during the big epidemic of Black Plague. One of the non-official bishops of Marseille, nothing is official here, non-official bishop of Marseille has saved some few people sick with the plague, the Black Plague. And that's one of the miracles, but the rest, the world doesn't believe in it.
Integrating into the city, it was just a little on top of the hill where there was almost no vegetation. You could only see this white rock typical from Marseille. And welcome to the real Marseille. That's a big avenue you have here. You understand now why I told you he was the best friend and Kevin was the best friend of an excursion of Marseille. We are going to go up in direction of the Basilica of Our Lady of the World.
No, with a smile. Help your excuses.
Someone want to drive the bus? Told you we have a very good one today. Let's go up in direction of the Basilica of Our Lady of the Guarda, the cathedral in the heart of people of Marseille. I'm telling you in the heart because I told you it's not the official one. That's for us in our heart. This is the cathedral because the Virgin of Our Lady of the Guarda, the Virgin Mary, is the protection of Marseille. Every people here in Marseille believe in the protection of Our Lady of the Guarda. This is the most important building here, and when I'm telling you, everybody is from any religion. You don't have to be Catholic to believe in the protection of the Virgin Mary, of Our Lady of the Guarda. It's very important. Plus, you will see it by yourself, but you have the most amazing view of all Marseille. You have a view of 360 degrees of Marseille.
Go ahead.
Notre-Dame de la Garde, in short, they call it Our Lady, is at the top of a hill. It is a law in Marseille that you cannot build a building that will be taller than Our Lady. Even though they built the Cathedral of Sainte Marie Major, or as they call it, La Major, Notre-Dame de la Garde still gets the most attention from tourists as well as the local people.
La douceur dans ton œil cache mal l'insolence, et ton corps qui murmure force-moi sans violence fait la part du feu, et c'est que trop d'entente émousse les passions et veut que l'équation soit sans réseau. Et ta peau et ma peau qui feront toujours deux en prennent acte au contact et se frôlent pour que vienne la part du feu, puis coller l'une à l'autre, apprécient leur distance, se hérissent et s'attisent et bataillent en silence. Et ton cul qui toujours fera jaser l'oracle, pourtant n'abrite aucun mystère, aucun miracle, mais la part du feu qui vient nous consumer et nous laisse ce matin harassés et grisés, vacillants et éteints. La douceur dans ton œil revient selon l'usage, dors au creux de mon souffle et feignons d'être sage, que la part du
Ja, aber die.
Les feignons d'être sages, que la part du feu demeure dans nos draps, encore un peu captive et berce demain d'illusions.
Okay. We have the city hall behind, actually behind at the end of the square, and we have this tower just behind you. You see the tower? Or the one that had the trees? Sorry, it's Tower Platane, now we are there. Les Accoules is one of these churches that we destroyed during the French Revolution. Huh? The king was secreted, his power was coming from God, so to kill the king we had to kill the religion. The funniest thing with Les Accoules is that we destroyed everything apart the bell tower, and 50 years after its destruction we begin to build under the tower some caves dedicating to the Virgin Mary to ask for forgiveness. Nowadays they represent the Cave of Lourdes, one of the most famous places for pilgrims here in France. But 50 years after the destruction, we begin to build this cave dedicating to the Virgin Mary. She's the one that forgives. She protects us.
You get your free Wi-Fi.
No, I don't know. It's just...
After our tiring but most enjoyable tour of Old Town Marseille with our very knowledgeable tour guide, she let us enjoy the old town by ourselves for an hour or so. We were hungry and we wanted to enjoy the atmosphere and the food Marseille has to offer. As you can see here, I am very much happy with my food.
Okay, let's go back on board. Huh? I hope you enjoy your little walking tour in all this neighborhood. You can still enjoy on your left side the Cathedral of Huts of the people of Marseille, the Basilic of Our Lady of the Croix, the protection of Marseille. Sorry, I told you I was born here. I need to point it out every time we see it. I cannot do it any other way. Just in front of us, you enjoy again the photo of St. John. I think you have enjoyed it enough. But you will enjoy again on the front side pretty soon of the official Cathedral of Marseille, because we are going to pass just under it. Actually, the road we are going to take is the same one we took at the beginning.